para kay Calweng. He seems to be going really well in terms of absorbing and fishing for those fouls. Lexi Calweng already has 10 points, and 4 out of those 10 points have come from the free throw line. He could potentially make it half if that was going to be the case, but there were some questions coming in from our officials about it. But it looks like a warning is going to be called. Kontra dito sa San Sebastian coaching staff for just complaining regarding the call. I mean, you can feel their frustrations for quite a bit dahil nga napakarami ng mga posibleng makita dito. Continuation of play first off as Calweng gets the shot to go. Already with 12 points itong si Lexi Calweng. 6 points coming from free throws. 6 points coming in from an additional shot. Now here's a cross-court pass. Victoria only grazes that rim. Bodies on the floor. Almario running for it. Kontra kay Jimenez using his laterals, turning around. Overcooks that. Ong fights through it. But there is a reception from Herrera. Now it's San Sebastian's turn. Peñaverde. He chooses to go and absorb the contact. He still has it. But that is going to be 2 free throws given to Sanlea Peñaverde after fighting for the contact for quite some time. Still, score is 44-39 with only 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third. Pabor pa rin ang Kalamangan sa JRU at this point in time, but they're gonna have to start to worry about Sanlea Peñaverde because he's starting to heat up late. And now he has 9 points. Now here is Inot. He decided to bowl it inside, but just couldn't get it themselves here by 5. There's another opening. Almario leaves it. Too much passing here, 5 seconds. Does not work para sa JRU. Now San Sebastian are on the run. Peñaverde. Step back J. That's good. 3 3-pointers para kay Sanlea Peñaverde to bring the lead back to within 2. 46-44 is the score. Continuation of play as of the moment. James Almario this time. James Almario gets the count that he needs. It's been a quiet 4 points for him as of the moment. The score is at a good 48-44 in favor of JRU. And James Almario could even add to that if he wants to. Only 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Almario adds to it. Score is 49-44 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Here comes Inot. Carlo Inot. Picking 13 points. Now they continue. This time it's Almario again. Satparam, 3. Peñaverde soaring high for that shot. They're only separated by 3 points. Jimenez leaves it for Herrera. He's thinking of where to go. Jimenez may konting buwelo. Masyadong malakas yung tira niya na yun. A minute and 20 to go here in the third quarter of action. To, shot. Hits the back iron. Now they try to continue. Possession of the basketball. There's a tipsy-do move. Galing kay Carlo Inot. And all of a sudden, we are back to within 1. Golden Staglets do not let themselves get behind. Back to within 1. 49 para sa JRU. 48 para sa San Sebastian. Biggest lead so far by a lot of the points here from both of the teams is just within 7. Nobody has gotten an advantage in double digits. Now it's Marin. Thought about it again. Iwan kay Taparan. Mid-range shot. Too strong, but Satparam still being hounded by Jimenez now. Bodies on the floor. Marin fighting for his spot. Everything but the finish. Final 18 seconds, a second differential of a shot clock in the game clock, and he gets it to go. Herrera taking his time to get up. He was scoreless in the first half. Now he has taken advantage of that contact. And with that being said, now they have the lead. (50-49). It's been so close. As of that moment, for sure, for everybody else who are here. They're currently putting fresh legs here Itong sina Coach Martin. So Rodriguez is checking in. Even John Melano is checking in. But he's supposed to check in para dito kay Herrera, who's about to take his shot. He makes it. Harry Herrera goes back to the bench as they now have a 2-point lead, 51-49. Abigibel with only 10 seconds to think of a shot here. Now here's Denzel Ong, leaves it para dito kay Taparan, everything but the shot. Taparan still back. It's gonna be the end of the third quarter. We are all tied up at 51 points apiece para sa parehas na JRU Light Bombers and San Sebastian College Recoletos. Final 10 minutes of action when we return. Final quarter underway para sa ating game number 3 of the 5th match day. Dito lamang sa NCAA Siglo Uno Inspiring Legacies. My name is Hans Galeria and we are at a stalemate. Both JRU Light Bombers and San Sebastian College Recoletos Golden Staglets are at 51 points. So everything is gonna matter at this point in time kung paano nila gagalaw to. Mind you, we still have 2 more games. Maya-maya lamang, that's Mapua University kontra sa Arellano University and Lyceum of the Philippines University to go up against the University of Perpetual Help System Delta. Now the play continues with both of the teams starting off with a miss. Now here's Almario. He leaves it for Marin. He's gonna test things out. Ong, extra pass. He's gonna try. That is gonna be a foul called against him. Nakikita mo yung medyo panghihinayang kay Denzel Ong because the coaching staff is telling him to take the shot when he's open. You know, sometimes it's nice to have those extra passes, but you also have to know when you have to take the shot. As Almario makes the first. James Almario. With 6 points so far in this game. Make that 7. A quiet in this one. Score is at 53-51. Here comes Inot. Leaves it for Jimenez. Inot Jimenez combo, soft touch. Nilinis pa yung ring. Carlo Inot already with 17 points in this game. Combo sila. Itong si Benedict Jimenez and even si Peñaverde. Peñaverde with 9, Jimenez with 11. And look at that, Herrera looks to join in on the party as well. But look who's there to retrieve the goods. Make that 3 players who has scored in double figures so far. Lead is back to the side of San Sebastian, 55-53. Here's a shot by Almario. Nothing but the board. Now San Sebastian, past 2 minutes, or 2 minutes have already passed by. They have taken advantage of every situation, and there it goes again. Inot just flexing his muscles and showing them how it's done. What a way to go para kay Carlo Inot. 8 points in the second half for a total of 19 in this game. We'll be back as San Sebastian now has the lead. And then all of a sudden, it is now San Sebastian with a 4-point lead. This is their biggest lead all game long. This is how close the game has been. And then there's another steal. Good hands and positioning mula dito kay Sanlea Peñaverde. Now they try to continue. Inot has been unstoppable so far in the open court. Peñaverde leaves it for Jimenez. He's trying to find some room. Doesn't get it. Ong with the rebound. They try to figure something out now. Almario mangingi ng screen, chooses the other lane. Abikibel forces the shot. Everything but the basket. Herrera says, let's calm down. It's gonna be the same thing na sasabihin sa kanila ni Coach Martin. Inot setting up the play. He leaves it for Herrera. Wasn't ready about that almost. Peñaverde now tries to go for it. He goes up against Almario. There's a shot, but that is gonna be a shot clock violation called against the rest of the members of San Sebastian College Recoletos. The lead will stay at 4. (53-57). About to find out how things are gonna go from here. As the play tends to continue. Someone finalizing some things over here before we continue this basketball game. 57-53 in favor of them. But there's Herrera almost slamming it down. He wanted a bit more showtime. It's not gonna happen that time. Oh, that would have been crucial. Now here comes Satparam. He's looking for someone. He finds Marin. 3 seconds remaining. Marin doesn't get it. Benedict Jimenez with the rebound. Inot asking everybody to calm down. Now they plan to pursue the set of the play. Jimenez, unlikely three. In and out. Satparam's gonna be bringing the basketball down. Ahanap ng pwesto, almost at the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Marcos To gets a screen. Castillo will try to give it. Here comes Castillo, gets it to go. Jason Castillo's first 2 points in this game so far came at a really good time. Down to just 2 points ang kalamangan ngayon. Now it's Peñaverde, step back Jay. Does not work, he still gets it anyway. Peñaverde, where has he come from all this time? 16 points already para kay Sanlea. And a foul is going to be called against Apostol. There's some certain amounts of pressure that JRU is feeling right now, considering that the press has been successful. Para dito sa San Sebastian. And they seem to struggle for a bit kung ano ba ang kailangan nilang gawin. And Apostol gets the first. Joseph Apostol has scored 1 point in that first half, but he has been part of the closing lineup para sa San Sebastian for this reason alone. Clutch free throws coming in handy. 3 points to bring the lead to their biggest at 6. There's almost another steal, and then there it goes again. Peñaverde is obviously liking what he sees. 61 to 55. They have a chance to even increase this lead to 6 points, or maybe 8. Taking control of every single bit here. Ang pupunan ng San Sebastian. Now here's Jimenez. There was a swap. Abigibel. Oh, everything but the shot. And then there it goes again. Carlo Inot and Jason Castillo were in a little bit of a scuffle there. But at some point in time, it is still a-okay. But unfortunately for Jason Castillo, he already has 5 fouls, so it means goodbye for him in this game. He has been a crucial player towards setting up those plays. But now it's going to be James Almario entering the battlefield. And his final 4 minutes and 20 seconds of action. Now here's Peñaverde. Jimenez going one-on-one against Satparam. Here comes the double team. There's a bump. 4 seconds remaining. A shot. Short. But the Staglets, no. It's the Light Bombers who got it. Abigibel's gonna slow it down. Kalueng. He's been a contributor in this game. He's gonna try to add to it. Kalueng leaves it for Marin. Para sa 3. Short. Oh, that would have been big. Para sana makabalik sila sa labang ito. Carlo Inot calling the play now. He leaves it for Herrera. He finds the opening. Everything but the shot again, but Jimenez was there to get the goods. Oh, beautiful basketball positioning by Benedict Jimenez with 13 points in this game. Timeout ang itatawag ng JRU with still 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Final 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in what has been an intense of a game. Specifically now for JRU, they've held the basketball. They've held the lead for quite some time. Ang kanilang record, 2 wins and 2 losses. If San Sebastian wins, they get a chance. Calweng 3 does not go. But Marin still finds a way to retrieve it. But look at Herrera's active hands. Now it's going to be Enot slowing them down. Final 3 minutes of action here. A chance for a second consecutive win para sa kanila ngayon. But Jimenez has had a tight grip on that basketball. Herrera, 3. But that will not go off in time as another shot clock violation is going to be called on to the side of San Sebastian College Recoletos. The lead will stay at 8, 63-55. At lilipat din sila ng strategiya because they're gonna go for a full court man-to-man. Which has been what has been working for them. 63-55, there's a foul called against the rest of the members here mula sa kupunan ng San Sebastian College. Not a lot of time left if they want to catch up here. Now Abekibel decides to leave it to Calweng. Challenges the defense and gets rejected by Jimenez. Oh, the defensive presence both ends of the floor. But that is going to be basketball going on to the side of JRU, but there is going to be a challenge as well na gagamitin itong San Sebastian College Recoletos. I'm sure you've seen the coaching staff just pleading their case mula kani-kanina lamang as our officials are already underway to try and review the situation. This is a really tight ball game. For the past 3 quarters, nakita natin ang JRU having a 6-point lead, 7-point lead. None of these teams advancing within double digits. That's how tight of a ball game this has been. But then all of a sudden, San Sebastian College Recoletos chose a different path in the 4th quarter. Peñaverde started hitting it off. You even have Jimenez blocking shots. And Carlo Enot taking advantage and taking control where it matters the most. He leads the scorers with 17 big points. So with that being said, it's Peñaverde and Carlo Enot with 19. And you also have Benedict Jimenez with 13. And a total of 9 different San Sebastian College Recoletos players have been working for them so far. And the challenge coming in from the JRU Light Bombers has been successful. So it means that they will still be retaining possession. At mananatili pa rin sa kanila yan as of the moment. It's just an 8-point ball game. Both of these teams are trying to figure something out in terms of the situation that they would want to execute. Muli sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, you are free to watch right here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center because we still have 2 more games in line para mamaya. That is, of course, Arellano University to be going up against Mapua University. And then our last game of the fifth match day is going to be between the side of University of Perpetual Help System Data to go up against the Lyceum of the Philippines University. So, jam-packed ang aksyon natin ngayon. Lunes na Lunes, a lot of students are lined up para magpakita ng kanilang suporta. And don't be overwhelmed because we still have a lot of seats available. So please feel free na magtungo dito mismo para i-enjoy ang lahat ng aksyon na pwedeng ibigay sa atin ng NCAA Juniors Basketball. Again, JRU with a 2-2 win-loss record. Meanwhile, kung silipin naman natin, you also have San Sebastian College Recoletos. (63-55), a bucket would make things more difficult. Here comes JRU. Turning around is Almario, and he gets rejected. Once more, met in the air by Apostol. Last 2 minutes, and that is a shot clock violation. Beautiful defensive possession na nanggaling dito. Beautiful defensive possession na nanggaling dito sa San Sebastian. Oh wow, I did not expect that coming, but they did. Apostol met in the air. The coach, of course, giving props to that defensive stop. This could be what would end the momentum na pinanghahawakan pa rin ng JRU. But look at who's there! Benedict Jimenez increases the lead to 10 big points sa Paramid range. He gets the friendly roll. Maybe there's some hope still. You only have 1 minute and 42 left to go. The Light Bombers are going to be tested here. Can they find a way to crawl right back into this game? Now more possessions, attacks. Peñaverde, there goes the save. Now they're on the loose once more. Marin finding Abigabel, leans onto the right, but that's a traveling violation. Oh, quite a crucial one. He had the open lane as well. Just not the best quick first step available para sa kanya. Herrera now. And even Eno trying to waste away the clock. This is still an 8-point ball game. Eno running around. Herrera with a 3. Dagger! Dagger goes! Herrera! Almario misses on the first. That's gotta hurt. A lot of forced errors in the late game have been costly para sa JRU Light Bombers because they were holding that lead as Almario splits it. Almario currently has 8 points in less than a minute to go. Here it comes. Can they find a way to finish it off? But that is a foul. Na itatawag nila kontra dito kay Lima rin. Both teams are not even in penalty situation. But my goodness, What a time to come alive para kay Sanlea Peñaverde and kay Harry Herrera. Peñaverde scoring 15 points in the second half, and Harry Herrera scoring 6 points in this quarter alone. That has gotten them over the distance. That has gotten them the lead so far in this matchup with 47.3 seconds to go. A timeout has been called here by the side of JRU Light Bombers, and it looks like this is going to be their last timeout. So all of the plays are going to have to be discussed right at this moment. JRU had some openings. JRU had some shots available. It's just that they were unable to convert, which is clearly unfortunate for their squad. Final 47.3. Fourth personal para dito kay Joseph Apostol, but both of them, Herrera and Apostol, have been crucial parts of what has been happening. Apostol playing on the defensive end. Herrera, 6 points in the final frame. It has been working for this roster so far in this competition. They have made everything work para sa kanilang koponan. But now, this could be the icing on the cake if the Golden Staglets manage to score here. Inot leaves it for Jimenez. Oh, them just slowing the way down. And there it is again, a shot clock violation. They've wasted precious seconds away from that clock. So it would still go pretty well. Now with a 10-point advantage, what can JRU do under 30 seconds? To now leaves it going all the way. And that might just be the game. San Sebastian College Recoletos. They started off 0-3. They got their first victory against Lyceum of the Philippines University, and they decided to not stop there. Victory para sa koponan ng San Sebastian College Recoletos. A golden performance from the Golden Stags. Final score natin, Golden Staglets 68. The JRU Light Bombers 58. Kakatapos lang ng ating third game of the day. The best player, walang iba, kundi si Sanlea Peñaverde. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 3 ang napukol mo, especially in that second half. Kwento mo naman sa amin what's going through your head kasi nung first half, medyo malamig ka and you were struggling to chuck up shots.
Sabi lang po sa akin ni Coach, bawi lang po ako sa depensa, mag-focus po kami. Tsaka po, nung first quarter po kasi medyo passive ako, kaya nag-adjust po ako sa sarili ko para makabawi po.
You know, all throughout this tournament, nauna yung 3 yung talo. Was it a struggle for you guys na kailangan nyo munang makuha yung panalo ngayon? How does it feel na after those 3 losses, 2 sunod na panalo yung nakuha nyo?
Masaya po kami na unti-unti po kami nakakabalik and naglalaro lang po kami nating tulos po para sa coaches po namin.
And we actually saw a lot of your performance na nanggaling sa kanila. JRU was holding the lead mula nung unang 3 quarters. Paano nakuha yung kalamangan all of a sudden na nakabawi kayo ng fourth?
Yun nga po, kay Melton, kay Mami Ne, kay Manay Dan, kay Papa ko, ate ko, mga kuya ko. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
And maraming salamat din sa Lea Peñaverde, the best player of the game. Marami pa tayong mga laban na abangan dito lamang sa NCAA Season 100. Salamat.
And just wanted to wish a good afternoon to all the fans watching on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. As live po kami ngayon in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in the city of San Juan for the NCAA Season 100 Juniors Basketball Tournament. Myself, Aaron D, ready to guide you through today's action. And tingnan natin our fourth ball game of the day featuring the Mapua Red Robins kontra dito sa Arellano Braves. But before all of that, let's talk about the team standings. Nasaan ba yung mga teams na maglalaban-laban ngayon? With our game right now, the Mapua Red Robins are at 2-2 in this tournament, coming off a big win versus the San Beda Red Cubs in that previous one, handing them their first loss of the tournament. Big game doon para kay Salvador from the Mapua Red Robins. Meanwhile, on the other end, for the Arellano Braves, coming off a loss versus the Perpetual Junior Altas in that game. They're also at 2-2 in this tournament. Looking to get a big win today to try to bounce back after that tough loss versus the finalist from Season 99, itong Arellano Braves. Checking out the other teams, itong Perpetual Junior Altas, they're at number 1 at 3-1 in our tournament. They're followed by the defending champions, the Letran Squires at 3-2. Di naman nagkakauli dyan ang CSB, LSGH at 3-2 as well. SBU also at 3-2, EAC having the same record. And then we take a look at our 2-2 teams, just like we mentioned, yung maglalaban ngayon, Arellano and Mapua. And then San Sebastian are at 2-3, JRU is at 2-3 as well. And the lone team on the bottom, it's the LPU Junior Pirates, just at 0-4 dito. So it's gonna be a tough one for the LPU Junior Pirates. They're gonna have a game after this, but we shift our attention dito sa Mapua Red Robins kontra dito sa Arellano Braves. Kaya itong Mapua finishing NCAA Season 99 in the Final Four. Lost in that second matchup nila. Pero meanwhile, ito namang kabila, itong Arellano Braves, they were last place in NCAA Season 99. Checking out the Mapua Red Robins. They're huddled right now under Coach J.R. De La Cruz. First-year head coach para dito sa Mapua. Looking to make his debut. Checking out the fans in attendance dito. Our game at hand. It's the Mapua Red Robins versus the Arellano Braves. Coming up shortly para ibigay muna natin sa game announcer for the introduction of the starting lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time, start of the first quarter.
And a good afternoon to all the basketball fans watching out there. As this is our fourth matchup of the day featuring the Mapua Red Robins kontra dito sa Arellano Braves. Myself, Aaron D, ready to guide you through today's action. And talking about the Arellano Braves, they're at 2-2 in this tournament. Denver Baluyot on the line early with just about 9 seconds having gone by in this ball game. Arellano Braves, a big bounce back performance from that season 99 last place finish. They got only a lone win in that tournament, but this time around they're already at 2-2, surpassing the tally from the previous season. Denver Baluyot, he's been a big part of this Arellano squad. As you hear the crowd roaring in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center, full of the Arellano faithful in attendance. The sixth man in the crowd. As checking out the other side, the Mapua Red Robins finishing at 4th place in season 99. They were part of that Final Four, but eventually weren't able to make it to the finals. Right now they're at 2-2. And it was a big W for them after riding the wave. That momentum they just got over the San Beda Red Cubs in that previous matchup. They handed them their first loss of the season. 71-69, winning by just 2 points against the Red Cubs. Sean Salvador was huge in that game. And also this guy, Dwayne Miranda, 13 points against the Red Cubs. Chris D as well for the Arellano Braves tried to lead that comeback for the boys in blue. Sean Franco still can't hit it. Forward pass, Miranda all the way. Excuse me, no. That's not Miranda. That's Allen Laurenaria. Franco floats it up high, and he gets fouled. Sean Franco, a dominant double-double in that loss versus the Perpetual Junior Altas. Got 18 points and 14 rebounds. Sean Franco could not be denied in that game, but it wasn't enough as his team lost by 12 points against the second placers of NCAA season 99, the Junior Altas. And one of the things this Arellano team could be lacking is a true center. They don't have that, but they make up for it with their switch everything lineup. The pep squad in attendance para dito sa Braves. Forward pass, kick it, corner three. It's too strong for the Red Robins. Forward, Vergara falls on the ground. Balik dito for the Red Robins. It's a steal. Mendoza getting the two-pointer. Axel Mendoza also huge in that last game, an all-around contributor for this Arellano Brave squad. Meanwhile, a foul is called on the Arellano Braves. Miranda to tee it in. Back to Dwayne. Miranda kicking, Salvador, three-pointer. Hits the top of the board. Rebounded. Mendoza. Here come the Braves. Kick it, Chris D. Baseline, Mendoza. One more for Axel. He's got it. 4 points in this game for Axel Mendoza. They fight for it on the ground, but that ball is going back the way of Mapua. Right now the score 8-2. The Braves with a commanding 6-point lead in this first quarter. Miranda, once again, another foul. You love to see it, the atmosphere in the NCAA Season 100. Tingnan mo naman, punong-puno yung venue natin. The Arellano faithful in attendance. Just a sea of white and blue. Miranda from the corner. Salvador tries his hand. good. Still no good. But they make up for it with their players that can do everything. And kung titingnan mo naman itong sila Mendoza, sila Franco, Baluyot, these players aren't small. They're about 6'3", 6'4". Can put the ball on the floor, defend multiple positions, and most especially stroke it from the outside. Mendoza already with 6 points in this first quarter. Off to a good start itong si Axel. To look out for din para dito. Pareho na rin ito. Para dito sa kabila itong si Coach June. Pareho na rin ito. Para dito sa kabila itong si Coach June Cuevas of the Arellano Braves. June Cuevas of the Arellano Braves, also on his first year. Manning the helm for the boys in blue. D floats it. D floats it. It's a miss. It's a miss. Miranda gives it. Salvador. Red Robins want to give that clear out to Miranda. Dwayne going in. And another foul is called. Things looking chippy to start this ball game. Has some substitutions from both teams. Froilan has some substitutions from both teams. Froilan Reyes entering for the Red Robins. Meanwhile, John Ray Ladica para sa Braves. Salvador with the step inside for the score. Salvador with the step inside for the score. Finally, Sean Salvador, 24 points in that win versus San Beda. Vergara, long floater. Here they come, pushing the pace. Vergara with the steal. They fall on the ground and it's a jump ball. Goes back to Mapua, but you have to credit that feisty defense from Sean Vergara. Still a 6-point lead though para sa Arellano Braves. In a zone right now are the Braves. Salvador, it's a deep one. Skying high for the board. It goes back the way of Arellano. The Red Robins still struggling to get their rhythm in this first quarter. Forward Vergara. Mendoza wants the seal underneath, but instead it's a pick and roll with the Franco three. He's got it. Sean Franco lighting it up. Babawi naman the Red Robins. No good. For Dito Baluyot, his team is up 13-4. Franco this time puts the moves on with the step back J. Sean Franco Show 'em what you got. Extending that lead 15-4. An 11-point lead by the Arellano Braves in this first quarter. Red Robins, the Arellano students, the Arellano families and loved ones loving the show from Sean Franco. Already up to 7 points in this first quarter. Samahan mo na rin dyan si Axel Mendoza with 6. Their team is up by 11 points. Their team is up by 11 points against the Mapua Red Robins, trying to answer back. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Bernabe holding it too long. They lose it. 1 second. And things not just clicking right now para dito sa Mapua. That ball sticking on that perimeter too long. They're not getting into their actions quick enough. But that's one thing we've seen from the Mapua Red Robins. Doesn't matter if they start slow, they're gonna catch up in that end. But Mendoza gets fouled. Para nga pinag-usapan natin dito sa Mapua Red Robins, defeating the Letran Squires in their second ball game. That was on February 26. An overtime win. And right on cue, look who they bring in. Russell Del Pozo scored 31 points with 9 3-pointers in that game against Letran. They made a comeback in that one. Looks like Coach J.R. De La Cruz looking at Russell Del Pozo to try and spark another comeback dito para sa Mapua. Yun nga, pinatanggal yung headband dito ni Russell Del Pozo. Jax Distrito as well, he's in the game para dito sa Arellano Braves. One of their 3-and-D players. This time the Red Robins with possession. They're down 4-17. Out to the top. Del Pozo, first touch. Outside. Duque has it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Reyes drives to the left, kicks to Duque. They've got to shoot it. It's no good. That was a good look para dun sa Mapua Red Robins, milking that shot clock. Finding Duque all alone on that right wing, but they just couldn't hit the open shot. Lackluster start para dito sa Mapua Red Robins. They need an offensive punch. Mendoza up top. Attacking inside with the inside hand finish. Axel Mendoza. Out to the top. Attacking inside. The Red Robins still can't get it. Forward, Elijah Yusi as well in the ball game. Mendoza this time. He loves that matchup. Ladiga gets it stripped. Duque takes it down for the Red Robins. Del Pozo for the three. And it's a blocking foul called. Looks like it's going to be on Elijah Yusi. Benedict Katapang in the ball game dito para sa Mapua. as both of the teams already in penalty. Talking about Russell Del Pozo, like I mentioned, 9 3-pointers against the Letran Squires, leading that comeback in overtime and defeating the defending champions. You're gonna need a performance like that galing dito kay Del Pozo if they're gonna want to come back in this game. UC driving middle. It just opens up for him. Del Pozo gets it. Brings it down para dito sa Mapua. Reyes driving. Off the glass for 2. Froilan Reyes trying to cut that lead down. It's back to 11. Two minutes and 23 seconds. This time it's Mapua's turn to come up with a run of their own. Yuri Duque getting the steal and finishing in transition, forcing that timeout from Coach June Cuevas and the Braves. This time, the Mapua Red Robins trying to start it out on the defensive end. 2-2-1 full court press. It's a steal, a turnover. Balik dito ang bola sa Mapua. And paunti-unti chipping away are the Red Robins in this game. That's why you never count out the team being down that big. Reyes for the 3. Here comes Ladica, full head of steam down the court. And it's a foul. John Ray Ladica is going to head to the line. And itong si John Ray Ladica, one of the scoring contributors off the bench para dito kay Coach June Cuevas. Really a spark plug para sa kanila. 13 points in that last one versus the Perpetual Junior Altas. Even notching a Best Player of the Game award as well itong si John Ray Ladica. And you know it, when you need a bucket, when you need a quick shot, you gotta call this guy. Ladica can't get the free throw though. Nine points is the lead. A minute and 40 in the opening period. Del Pozo, it's a deep one. Almost banking it off the glass. Here they come, Manansala kicking corner. Aurita. He gets fouled. Looks like it's gonna be on Benedict Katapang. Katapang just trying to stop that baseline drive. Didn't leave Aurita with enough space. Gets called for that foul. Hindi ba talaga para sa Arellano? I'm sure you could credit this hot start as well to their fans. A forward pass inside. They finish in transition. Russell Del Pozo hanging high. Now it's down to a 7-point game. Ladica kick. Back to John Ray, open for the three. Bakbakan sa rebound, Del Pozo. And it's going the way of Arellano. But just like I was mentioning, you've got to credit this hot start. Pati na rin dun sa mga fans ng Arellano, talagang full force in attendance, just filling up the seats in this Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Manansala outside. 8 seconds to work with. Distrito, that's a long way out. Balik dito. UC with the left. Puts it back. Rodriguez naman. Tough shot falling away. It's good. Back to a 7-point game. Ladica. UC settles it down. 22 seconds left. 10 on the shot clock. Elijah kicking. Manansala long two. There's still time. Duque. Binigay dito Rodriguez. 6 seconds left. Rodriguez spins. Kicks. Duque for the three. And they can't beat the buzzer. But at the end of our opening period, the Red Robins going on a run of their own and cutting this lead down to 22-14. It's just an 8-point ball game. Positive entrance from Russell Del Pozo and Yuri Duque as our second quarter just about to begin. Earlier in that opening period, we saw the Mapua Red Robins being down 3-17. Ngayon nga nahabol nila, cutting the lead down to just 8 points. And those two, itong si Duque and Del Pozo, doing a good job para dito sa Red Robins. Lorenaria outside. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Salvador back to Lorenaria. Rebounded by the Braves. Sorry, missed doon para sa Red Robins. They go for the DHO up top. Kicking UC for the three. Duque has it. Inside, Lorenaria. Good baseline drive from Alan. Lorenaria seeing that opening on that baseline. And forcing the referees to call that foul. As they bring back Sean Franco. Was hot para dito sa Arellano with 7 big points in just 5 minutes in that first quarter. Lorenaria, meanwhile, 7 points and 10 rebounds against the San Beda Red Cubs in their previous matchup. Rebounding machine for the Red Robins. Missing on the second throw, but it's just down to 7 points. Up top, Ladica. They're in a 2-3 zone. Baseline drive to the pull-up, it's blocked. But Ladica turns trash into cash. Duque has it. Picks up the dribble, that's dangerous. Salvador driving to the strong hand, picks it up. And Manansala just using the hops for that board. Forward dito, look at the hezi, but it's rejected once again. Get that out of here, says John Tagokon. Ezekiel Tagorda had a good initial move, but the wall inside being formed by Mapua was just too big. 16 on the shot clock. Manansala out to Franco. The fake, the pass. Rebounded by that big boy inside. Takbuhan dito, Duque with the left and the finish. Yuri Duque. Already up to 4 points as well. Manansala. Transition tray ball, it's good. Back here, Mapua. Lorenaria. Almost a steal. Almost a steal. What guts from Aaron Dwayne Manansala. Position. Miranda as well in the ball game. Pero umapak dun si Dwayne. Just an unforced error para dito kay Dwayne Miranda. Franco has it. Their team is up by 10. Sean. And right now, this Arellano just really slicing open. The Mapua Red Robins defense, they're just getting anything they want at this point. And Axel Mendoza, he's been getting his way, already 10 points. The leading scorer of this game. Make it 11 para dito kay Axel, extending that lead. bring. Manansala naman, one-handed push shot. Pilias falls on the floor. As it's gonna be a foul on Yuri Duque. Right now, it's a 7-point ball game. 29-22, still 6 minutes and 37 in our second period. Referees nga titingnan doon yung instant replay to see kung kanino ba yung foul na yun. And ano ba yung nangyari as Axel Mendoza leading the way dito para sa Arellano. Already 12 points. Closely followed by Sean Franco with 7. Meanwhile, sa kabila naman, para dito sa Mapua, it's Lorenaria and Salvador with 5 apiece. Samahan mo na rin dyan si Duque and Del Pozo having 4 points each as well. Pero yun nga, hirap na hirap dito ang Mapua with their defense. Arellano with their dribble drive penetrations off the perimeter. And then they just find the open big men inside for those easy shots. Pero yun nga, pinapag-usapan pa ng mga referee dito. Yung nangyari doon off that rebound. But he can't hit the jumper. Outside Yuri. Duque using the Lorenaria pick. Spinning into traffic. Alan contested jumper. Miranda fights for it and that's a successful hustle play doon para kay Dwayne. Miranda inbound. Gets it back. Shot clock ticking down, 7. Dwayne has it. Behind the back, going in. Tough finish. It's no good para kay Dwayne. D pushing the pace, goes to the left. Dump it inside. Franco is all alone for the 2. Once again, another open shot para dito sa Arellano. A defensive breakdown for the Red Robins. Just like I mentioned, kahit walang totoong sentro itong Arellano, look at the way they move that leather around. But they try to answer back. Miranda for the 3. He's got it! Dwayne Miranda, finally. Cuts the lead down to just 6. Franco is in that corner. Bumping bot. Cuts the lead down to just 6. Franco is in that corner. Bumping bodies. And it's a foul on Froilan Reyes.
Number 31, Froilan Reyes, is his third personal team foul.
Three-man substitution para dito kay Coach June Cuevas. And Russell Del Pozo as well. Balik dito para kay Coach JR De La Cruz. Kicking Chris D, corner three. It's short. Takbo dito, Salvador has it. With the slow step inside. Decelerating to the bucket. And don't look now, it's just down to a 2-point ball game. Para dito sa Arellano, leading in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 29 remaining. And the Mapua Red Robins punching back. Start in our opening period. Sean Salvador coming to life as well. Para dito sa Mapua, and it's a backcourt violation. On the Braves, right now Lorenaria and Salvador leading the way with 7 points apiece. Dwayne Miranda also hitting that key three-pointer to start that run. Miranda has it. He's against Vergara. Salvador, catch and shoot. Rebounded inside. Fresh 14 for the Red Robins. Miranda going in. And he gets hacked. On the way up, Dwayne Miranda. For Mapua, Dwayne Miranda has stepped in and made an immediate impact. A first-year player fresh off a transfer. He's shown composure beyond his years, running the offense and making key plays when it matters. Talagang ito si Miranda. He's solidified himself as a vital piece of this Red Robins backcourt. Hailing all the way from Las Piñas in the south, Miranda. Missing the free throw. Loving this three-guard attack para dito kay Coach JR De La Cruz. Reyes. And it's a loose ball foul dito. Just down by a point. Are the Mapua Red Robins. Naalala nga natin earlier, 3-17 yung score natin. Tignan mo naman, nahabol agad dito ng Mapua. Lob it up inside. It's too strong. Three minutes and 6 seconds remaining as Dwayne Miranda and the Red Robins looking to get over the hump and take the lead. But an offensive foul is called for the Red Robins. That's going to be on Stephen Bagro as Coach JR immediately reinserts Alan Lorenaria into the ball game. Para naman dito sa Arellano, pasok si John Ray Ladica. Both teams not really hitting the mark from outside just yet. You see the team captain wants to attack Lorenaria, stepping back for the two. Miranda boards, forward Salvador. Del Pozo catches. Oh, he gets the end one. Russell Del Pozo with the off-leg finish. Tough move, tough drive. And a tough player in Russell Del Pozo. Del Pozo showing us it's not just the stroke from outside. Muscling his way inside as well. And finally, Mapua taking the lead. But right now, the referees want to talk it over. Titingnan nila doon yung foul doon on Russell Del Pozo. Score po natin 32-31. And it's a regular foul ang natawagan dito. Vergara dumps it inside. Ladica with the offhand. Talagang sigawan dito whenever Arellano scores. Duque hounded by Vergara. Look at that play inside, but he's rejected by Sean Franco. Gotta love that set though. Just a last-minute block. Galing doon kay Sean. Kick it, Del Pozo, open three. Book it! Russell Del Pozo hitting from the outside. (36-33). 36-33. (36-33). Balik dito sa ilalim, Mendoza. Finish from Sean Franco. Cutting that lead down to just a point. Duque kicking. The fake handoff inside. And good intel. Intelligent play right there from Carl Rodriguez. Rodriguez faking that handoff, driving hard to the paint, and then faking the shot, waiting for the flyby, and getting hacked. Some patient basketball para dito kay Carl Rodriguez. Only 4 points in that game versus the San Beda Red Cubs. Itong si Carl. Rodriguez extending that lead to 3. Saktong 1 minuto ang natitira dito in our first half. Handoff dito. Manansala. Shot clock winding down. Ladica, that's way outside. Manansala boards it and gives it. Mendoza gets fouled. Del Pozo, he wants a review. But Coach J.R. De La Cruz not gonna use it this early in the game. Axel Mendoza nga, the top scorer of this game. 12 points na dito para kay Axel. Kita mo naman hiyawan yung crowd dito in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Inspired by his classmates and schoolmates in attendance. Give it up. Lorenaria. Foul naman yon para dito kay Axel, and already in the penalty are both of the teams. So they send Alan Lorenaria to the line. A big rebounder for the Red Robins. And you've got to love it. Talagang itong Red Robins, they were not fazed by that slow, lackluster start, or whatever you would call it. This time they're heading into the end of our first half in control with the lead. Talagang itong Arellano though, when they started, they were getting anything they wanted in the paint outside. And it was led by this guy, Franco. But that ball going back to the Braves. 29.7 seconds left. Kick it out, Ladica. Move it to Franco. Shoots the standstill three. Axel, offensive board off the spin. And scores inside once again, Mendoza. A man possessed in this ball game. 9 seconds left dito. Last shot. Duque. And after our first 20 minutes of action, score po natin 40-38. Lamang po ng dalawa dito ang Mapua Red Robins. Taking a look at our halftime stats dun sa field goals natin. 14 out of 36 for Mapua. Meanwhile, 12 out of 38 para dito sa Arellano. Hindi yan magkalayo. Rebounds naman, lamang ng 5 dito ang Arellano with 28 versus the 23 of Mapua. Meanwhile, assist 8 and 7. Mapua leading that with 1. And then turnovers, Mapua also leading with a single 6-5. As we move it on to our leading scorers of our first half of action. Tingnan natin dito. Russell Del Pozo, to no surprise, 10 points already. Alan Lorenaria with 9 and Sean Salvador with 7. On the other side for Arellano, Axel Mendoza with 15, Sean Franco with 11, and John Ray Ladiga, 4 dito para sa kanya. Axel Mendoza has been huge in this ball game. That inside attack para sa kanya has just been working. Take a look at this, 50% from the field para dito kay Axel. Hasn't attempted a three-pointer just yet. But you know this guy can stretch it. And not to mention Mendoza already on the double-double watch with 7 rebounds. Para dito kay Axel Mendoza, you can see him on your screens right now. Number 27 for the Arellano Braves. 15 points po ito si Axel in that last game. Pero ngayon, first half pa lang already matching that output he had in that previous one. Hyper-efficient ball game. But our third quarter just about to begin. Once again, myself, Aaron D, guiding you through today's action. And pang-apat po na laro natin ito. Featuring the Mapua Red Robins kontra dito sa Arellano Braves. Arellano starting off like a house on fire in that first quarter. Mendoza was the catalyst, and he starts it off in the second half just like he did in that first quarter. Already up to 17 points is Axel Mendoza. Tied ball game, 40 all. Meanwhile, sa kabila naman itong si Russell Del Pozo. As I mentioned, walang nagugulat dito na siya yung leading scorer para dito sa Mapua. Salvador with the footwork inside. Salvador as well, they need his scoring punch. 24 points in that win versus San Beda. This time around at 9 points. Him and Del Pozo combining for 19. Franco. Tatlong Red Robins ang naglaban sa rebound dun. Outside Vergara. Rebounded by the Red Robins, and Salvador controls. Del Pozo with the left. No foul is called. Pushing are the Braves. D. Kick. Mendoza. And his first three-point attempt leaves it short. Dalawa po ang lamang dito. Lorenaria goes for the drive inside. It's going to be a foul on Denver Baluyot. And talking about Denver, he's been quiet so far in this game. still only 2 points. Hasn't even attempted a shot yet in this game. Salvador up top. Inside, Lorenaria. They move it. Del Pozo for the 3. Straight line para dun kay Russell. Miranda on that head of the trap. 7 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Arellano taking their time with their speed. This time, Baluyot goes all the way around for the baseline reverse. Miranda caught in no man's land. D pushing, going in, and scoring with the floater. Here come the Braves. Dapat po ang lamang nila dito. Lorenaria, double teamed. Stolen once again. The Braves with another stop. Can they convert? Franco bumps, and it's an offensive foul.
That's a foul